With Comic-Con going on right now, there's been some reviews and releases on some games and systems. Xbox has just released some gameplay on their new Halo game. PS4, there's talk of PS4 content. And, well, I have an Xbox, but my newest system that I've been addicted to is the Nintendo Switch. And I thought, for fun, I'd go through 35 of the best games that you can get on Nintendo Switch right now. So we're going to go through those coming up. Guys, Found Death Star here. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's big, circular, red, says subscribe. I think it's red. I think it's circular. Anyway, it says subscribe. I know that much. So click that button. All right. So this is from CNET, and it goes through the top 35 games, 35 of the best games on Nintendo Switch. So, you know, I thought I would go over it because I have a Switch. I got it recently, and man, it's such a fun, versatile system. And I thought, you know, people might be wondering what games there are to play besides, you know, the obvious Mario Kart. And so here we go. Here's 35 of the games that you can get and play on Nintendo Switch. So we'll start with number 1 here. Whoopsie. I'm gonna go back. Okay. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. No big deal. Breath of the Wild is only the consensus best game of 2017. The game many believed is the best ever made. The game that somehow managed to actually outsell the Nintendo Switch itself on launch. More people bought the game than bought the system on launch. Still no idea how that actually happened, but it did. This is my favorite game probably of all time. I was a big fan of the Twilight Princess, which was on the Nintendo Wii. And when this game came out, I just immediately got addicted to it. It's fantastic. It's very involved. You'll play this for, oh man, days and days and days. Even playing it straight through, you'll still play it for days because there's so much you can do. Side missions, all these different little mini games and aspects of it. There's DLC content. So it's a fantastic game, and it looks amazing too. The visuals are really great for this game. Great gameplay. You can utilize the hand stick, the motions if you want, or you can turn it off. Yeah, it's really fantastic. So that would be my favorite game. I think maybe it is my favorite game ever. I'm a big Knights of the Old Republic fan too, but I think this game wins. Number 2, Animal Crossing. This game's been everywhere in the media. New Horizons. So this has been a very popular game. It's kind of like a Minecraft sort of idea. Folks, in these dark and troubled days, it's time to disappear into a new world. Get a virtual mortgage. Sounds fun. And work your ass off to pay that sucker off smart and quick. As if not, you know, the process of getting a mortgage in real life isn't fun enough. You can take it digitally now, virtually, and pick up a mortgage in Animal Crossing if that's of interest to you. Paper Mario, the Origami King. If you've never played a Paper Mario game before, you'll probably know the drill. The series is set in a 2D paper version of Mario, a theme used to create all sorts of hyper-stylized mechanics and slick visual elements. It's all laced up with a self-awareness and charm that makes the series irresistible to Nintendo fans. Paper Mario, the Origami King, is no exception. Well worth a look. Untitled Goose Game. The Untitled Goose Game. A game about being a goose. And not just any goose, a horrible goose. An asshole goose that makes life extremely difficult for everyone around him. Untitled Goose Game has absolutely taken the world by storm. Even Chrissy Teigen is obsessed with it. Oh, well, if Chrissy Teigen plays it, we all gotta play it. But is it good? Yes, very good. This one should absolutely be on any and all Nintendo Switch consoles. I've seen the gameplay of this, and you basically run around and cause havoc on the humans. You steal their stuff, like in the instance here, he stole the guy's glasses, and you just run around, you run amok of the town. And yeah, passing hours this way does seem like a lot of fun. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Look, regardless of controversy, Pokemon is Pokemon, and Pokemon Sword and Shield is a good Pokemon. Don't believe the online hype. This is one of the best games in the series so far. It's also great to see Pokemon being available on Nintendo Premium Console, the Nintendo Switch. Definitely check it out. I've played some of the Pokemon games before, and they are quite fun. They're quite addicting, and I'm not talking about that Pokemon AR game thing. Some real Pokemon games, and they are a lot of fun. Super Mario Maker 2. Super Mario Maker 2 doesn't quite feel made for the Nintendo Switch. In a way, it was perfect for the Wii U, but it's still a fantastic piece of software. It makes level design accessible for everyone and has a massively beefed up single-player mode. That's not to mention the endless replay value that comes with the insane user-created levels. Check it out. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It's overpriced, but if you love Zelda, you love Link's Awakening. You have to play this faithful game, lovingly adapted remake. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. So I have not played this one yet, but since I do like Zelda, I might have to pick this one up. I guess it says here an adapted remake, so I'm not sure if that's a remake of the original. I have to look a little more into that, but it sounds good. Super Mario Odyssey. Here's a list of trash words that don't come close to describing Super Mario Odyssey. Inventive, dazzling, smart, seamless, joyful, and creative. Super Mario Odyssey is a Nintendo game that continues in the spirit of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. All bets are off. Everything you thought you knew about Mario has been reinvented. But here's what remains. Perfectly tuned precision gameplay that feels incredible. Every second of your hands are on the controller. And we've got Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 is legitimately one of the best games of 2019. It is a video game clearly made with love, gorgeous environments, pitch-perfect animations. Everything about it feels tactile and precise. Maybe the best Nintendo game of the year. It does look, the shadows and the colors, it looks spooky and entertaining. Hollow Knight. I have this game. I can vouch for it. Hollow Knight might be one of the best games available on the Nintendo Switch. It is disturbingly well-designed platformer in the vein of Super Metroid, but it's more than that. The atmosphere, the audio, the designs, the visual. Dear Lord, this game is a stone-cold classic. Play it now. And I agree, it is really visually nice. It's very atmospheric, I'd say. Kind of creepy. It's a good game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't even think we have to really go over this. If you're not familiar with Mario Kart by now, just go and buy it. You'll be addicted to it, and the hours will fly by. It's a fantastic game. It's so much fun. It's similar to other Mario Kart games, but the visuals are a little better. It's a little more dynamic. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is another one. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Again, it's a fighting game. If you haven't played this or any of these before, you have all these characters from all the Nintendo history, and they're all battling it out. They all have superpowers and special moves and combos, and it gets chaotic, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of who's where. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend the Super Smash Bros. Series. Celeste, I've got this game too. I haven't started yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Celeste is a video game that makes you want to lodge your controller and your TV in a good way. Okay, now I'm scared to start. Featuring incredible level design and flawlessly tuned precision platforming, Celeste is one of the best games of its type ever released. It's smart, charming, and dense with content. It's also perfect for the Nintendo Switch. You'll be hurling obscenities at this game on public transport, and you'll love every second of it. Oh boy. It brings a new meaning to road rage. Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2, this is my favorite game right now. I'm highly addicted to the Splatoon 2. It's a shooter, it's a third-person shooter, but man, is it fun. You're shooting paint, and you have all kind of paint guns and paint brushes, and you throw in paint cans. It's so much fun, and it's very colorful and bright. I pretty much don't really have to say anything more because it's I just gave you pretty much all the details, and it's level-based, team-based. It's just fantastic. It's fun to play online, and they also they have ranked matches too, so it's a lot of fun. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle is It's so stupid. I can't believe it still exists. I also can't believe how good it is. So it's a stupid game, but it's good. It doesn't even make any sense. Everyone had a good old chuckle when Mario and Rabbids was announced. Then it was released and turned out to be one of the best games on Nintendo Switch. It's Mario meets XCOM, which is to say it's a turn-based tactical role-playing game, except you battle killer rabbits with laser guns. Good times. Good times. And then we've got Cadence of Hyrule, another, I think it's Zelda-based game. Yeah, I mean, Hyrule is definitely Zelda. Let's see, indie roguelike theme game based on Legend of Zelda. Okay. In regular speak, a game that crosses Zelda with Dance Dance Revolution. Okay, so it is a little different. It's not exactly like a Zelda remake game like the other one was, which sounds completely bizarre proposition, but Cadence of Hyrule works. It really works, and you should play the hell out of it. All right. Doom, a classic old Doom game that they've remade for several systems, I believe. Doom rules, this is known. Playing Doom on the Nintendo Switch also rules. Sure, it's a little compromised compared to the versions you might play on PS4, Xbox One, or a highly spec'd up PC, but yeah, good luck lugging one of those around in the train. That's true. The Switch can go anywhere with you. Stardew Valley. Perfect example of why Nintendo Switch is a game-changing device. Here is a game that's perfectly good on all platforms. It's currently available on PC, Xbox One, Vita, PS4, but on the Switch it's just elevated because of the nature of the Switch and how it allows you to passively play while watching TV or on public transport. It's a perfect game, so it's kind of like a kill the time. Yeah, it's the digital equivalent of knitting a scarf. There we go. Perfect example. So if you want to just kill some time, have something to distract yourself as you're watching TV, that's the game for you. Dead Cells. Nice visual there. I like that. The traditional words used to describe Dead Cells are roguelike and Metroidvania. Man, Metroidvania. I can see the Castlevania crossover there. Very interesting. But common genre. But Dead Cells is a game with unique conceit. You will play, you will die, but in Dead Cells you get to keep your upgrades and then restart with those upgrades, meaning you slowly progress through the game more easily than as you play. Very cool. Yeah, that does sound very cool. Dead Cells. I'm going to have to pick that one up. Into the Breach, a very good turn-based strategy game by the creators of Faster Than Light, an intricate, intelligent creation that demands problem-solving from the player in interesting ways. The Messenger, a quirky 2D slasher game with a retro aesthetic. Yeah, that looks like Shinobi or something there. The Messenger begins as a simple hack and slash game in an 8-bit style, but later as you travel into the future where the game evolves into a 16-bit Metroidvania. A lot of Metroidvanias here. Mario Tennis Aces. Mario is pretty good sport, as is Nintendo when it puts its mind to it. Mario Tennis Aces gives us what we haven't had in a remarkably long time, a good tennis game. I love the Wii Tennis. Back in the day, the Nintendo Wii Tennis games, Wii Sports was so much fun. And I've tried a game that I've got right now for the Switch, but it's not quite as fun. So I would definitely give the Mario Tennis Aces a try. I think it just came out or is coming out. I don't know if it's. Let's see on Amazon. It's either just coming out or it just came out. Okay, Gorogoa. Gorogoa is like any video game you've ever played. It's a puzzle game, I guess, but it's really a game about exploring a strange universe in ways you can't really predict. A couple of warnings: Gorogoa is pretty short, and I think it might play better on an iPad, but it's such a unique, compelling, and seamless experience on any platform. Dark Souls Remastered. Who wouldn't want to play one of the best video games ever made on public transport? Dark Souls isn't perfect on Nintendo Switch, and at this point you can make a strong argument that the best version is the remastered version on PS4 Pro and the Xbox One, but that being said, you can't play either of those on the toilet. Enough said. ARMS. Wow. ARMS is a motion control game. It's like boxing, except you have a big, stretchy robot arms, and everyone has special powers, obviously. which is to say ARMS is a very Nintendo-esque version of boxing. It's extremely inventive and surprisingly in-depth. Looks like a lot of fun. Tetris 99, well, you know, I don't really have to say too much about that. A new version of Tetris. It has a battle royale now. That's kind of fun. Battle your friends at Tetris. Rocket League. Football with cars. Car football on the Nintendo Switch. Rocket League is awesome. You know this. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. I played Rocket League. It's a lot of fun. Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is just, I mean, as it says here, chef kissing fingers. Ooh la la. I mean, imagine being an adult growing up with Sonic. They announce a new game, and you expect it to be bad because Sonic has been bad for 20 years. Then they drop Sonic Mania, a game that takes everything good about Sonic, preserves it, and then updates it perfectly in a seamless, modern interpretation that has no right. It has no right being this good. Oxenfree. You know when you're playing a video game and you're like, man, this story is really interesting and well written. For a video game, with Oxenfree, you don't really need to make that distinction. Oxenfree is a spooky mystery wrapped in teen drama. It's like Riverdale for video games. It also features a really deft and perfectly implemented dialogue system that rewards multiple playthroughs. Interesting. If you want to play a video game version of Riverdale, there you go. Golf Story. Golf Story takes the 16-bit JRPGs you loved back in the Super NES days and adds golf. Yes, it's yes, the sport of golf. And somehow it all works. Golf Story is the world's craziest elevator pitch, perfectly executed. The golf works, the RPG works, the story is fun, great little video game. Thumper. Ooh, I don't know what that. I like that whole visual there. Almost looks like Tron or something. The creators of Thumper call it rhythm violence. It makes sense. Calling Thumper a rhythm game just doesn't cut it. It's more than that. It's just a pure visceral experience that connects music to action in the most compelling ways. It's brutal, it's earth-shaking, and just flat out cool. Bayonetta 2. Like Mario Kart 8, Stardew Valley, and Oxenfree, Bayonetta 2 is an old video game repurposed for the Nintendo Switch. Bayonetta 2 originally came out on the Wii U, a console that struggled. Therefore, Bayonetta 2 struggled. Thankfully, it's getting a second run on the Switch, which is great because Bayonetta 2 is an underappreciated masterpiece. Get on it. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It's not the best Mario game on the Switch, but it's also worth buying, particularly if you're looking for a good, solid multiplayer experience. Just be slightly wary of some slightly weird jumping mechanics. Okay, I haven't played this one, so I'm not sure, but it looks fun. Baba Is You. Oh, this is a very classic old kind of puzzle game. Baba Is You is a puzzle game that will break everything, break every part of your brain. It's a puzzle game that forces you to literally rewrite the rules of the game in order to complete the tasks. If that sounds complicated, it's because it's complicated in a good way. It's also the kind of game that will haunt you, sort of like The Witness. You'll be thinking about puzzles while you do the dishes, while you're driving the car. You'll scream Eureka, then maybe break a dish or crash your car. The game is dangerous for your health, so go out and buy it now. And then finally, Kentucky, a point-and-click adventure of sorts. Kentucky Route Zero has been released episodically since January 2013. Now it's complete and available on Nintendo Switch. Like many indie games, it makes absolute sense on that console. One of the most interesting and unique games ever made. Wow, there we go. Very, the visuals are very unique there. A story-based game. So it's kind of, it sounds fun. Episodic. Okay, and that is it. So there you go. 35, I think that was 35, of the best games that you can get on the Nintendo Switch right now. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have the Nintendo Switch and what's your favorite game to play down there in the comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.